Level 1. The clerk. You are 22 years old. You process land permits in a government office where the paint is peeling and the queue outside starts forming before sunrise. Your desk is one of 30 identical desks. Your salary would not cover your mother's blood pressure medication for a single month. A farmer needs his water rights registered before planting season. The legitimate process takes 4 months. His crops cannot wait 4 months. He does not say anything. He simply leaves a folded note under his application form when he slides it across the counter. You open it later, alone. It is more money than you make in 2 weeks. Your hands shake the first time you take it. You tell yourself it changes nothing about the paperwork, only the order it gets processed in. By the 5th time, your hands are steady, and that steadiness bothers you more than the shaking ever did. Level 2. The inspector. 4 years in, they move you to health and safety inspections for the district. The code you enforce runs 1,100 pages, dense enough that no business on earth could fully comply with it. That is not an accident. A code nobody can satisfy is a code that always has something to find. You walk into a noodle shop. The fire extinguisher is 2 months past inspection. You let the owner watch you write in your notebook for a while before mentioning how long an appeal takes. An envelope appears. The violation disappears with it. You marry a woman named Adeze. She asks once where the extra money comes from. You tell her overtime. She wants to believe you badly enough that she does. Level 3. The customs officer. A senior official notices how quietly you operate and arranges your transfer to the port. This is where real money moves. Containers, manifests, declared weights that rarely match what actually crosses the dock. An importer wants to underdeclare a shipment. You offer a number. He pays half of what he saves. You learn the real lesson of this level fast. You cannot keep what you take alone. You need protection, and protection costs a cut of everything, all the way up. The men who get caught are almost never the ones taking the most. They are the ones who forget to share upward. Your daughter is born that year. Some nights a shipment comes through with no clear paperwork. You learn not to ask what is inside. You stamp it, you go home. Level 4. The contracts official. 8 years at the port buys you a transfer into public procurement, a desk, a title, and control over which companies win contracts for roads, schools, hospitals. Now you decide how the country's money gets spent. A construction firm wants the contract for a coastal highway. You make sure they win. In exchange, they inflate the cost by 40%, split between the company, you, and the officials above you. You sign documents you deliberately do not read closely, because reading them would make the lies inside them yours to carry. Your daughter starts secondary school at a private academy full of ministers' children. She asks what you actually do. You tell her you help build the country. It is technically true. Level 5. The fixer. You leave the ministry not because anyone caught you, but because the real money belongs to men who stand between offices rather than inside them. No title now, no desk. Just a phone full of numbers ordinary people could never obtain. You connect people. A consulting fee for introducing the right buyer to the right official. You never touch the product. You never touch the money at its source. Only the connection. And the connection is worth more than either end of it. A mining operation you help license opens in the north. Within a year, the river near it runs the wrong color, and villagers downstream start getting sick. That detail is not in your contract. Your wife stopped asking where the money comes from years ago. Level 6. The minister. Your party wins the national election, and the men at the top remember exactly how much you delivered. They reward you with a ministry. A national budget in the billions now moves under your signature. You appoint loyal men to powerful posts, and every appointment becomes a debt owed back to you. You built a charitable foundation years ago that funds a handful of real schools and photographs beautifully for the cameras, while quietly reporting a budget several times larger than what the schools actually cost. You collect information the way other men collect money. Because at this level, information is the only currency that protects you. Your daughter, grown now, comes home from university abroad and asks you directly if any of it is clean. You tell her the world requires compromises that look simple only from a distance. She moves out a month later and calls less each year after that. You are 51 years old. Sometimes late at night, you remember the exact weight of that first folded note under an application form, back when the money still felt like it was solving a real problem instead of creating new ones. Somewhere tonight, in a government office with peeling paint, a 22-year-old clerk watches an exhausted farmer slide an application across the counter with something folded beneath it. The clerk's hands are shaking. He tells himself this once changes nothing. He has no idea what it starts. He will find out. They always do.